Hey guys, today let us see how to create a text to SQL assistant using Copilot Agent. So, the idea is to help non technical business users to create SQL queries out of NLP. Okay, let's say I have a few tables in my database, and if I want to create a SQL for this scenario, right? Let's say sales by material. So, I can with the help of this agent, right? I can pass my question as a simple NLP text, and I can get the SQL out of it. Okay, you could see it is generating the SQL which returns these total sales by material, right? And you could see how it is joining all the relevant tables within the data warehouse. So let's get started. Let's see how to create this agent. So let me go back to Copilot Studio. I'll create a new agent. So let's give some description. So let's say text to SQL assistant to convert natural language text to SQL query. So that will be our one line description. So now let's configure the details. And it has already suggested me a name text to SQL assistant. I'm fine with that. Let me click on configure and let's start by providing a name text to SQL assistant. You could see the description which we have provided. It has slightly modified it, and we could also see it has come up with its own instructions. So we can also add our own instruction if you want. Let's say like instructions like the idea is we are going to give a metadata. So I'm asking the agent to strictly adhere to the metadata. It shouldn't assume any field or relationship outside of it. So it has to create SQLs within the metadata, within the knowledge base we are going to give. Okay, so these are some instructions, and we are saying how the syntax should be and the basic general instructions, right? However you want to control. So all these instructions can be provided over here. Now let me go ahead and create this agent. So the idea behind is we are not going to expose any of our data in the data warehouse. Instead, we are just going to provide the agent with the metadata of our data. Meaning, let's say I have a few tables in my data warehouse, right? Uh, let's say I have an invoice fact. These are my columns in my invoice table, and all I'm going to do is pass this metadata as a knowledge base to my agent. We are not going to expose any of the underlying data. So all we are going to share is the column name and one line description about each column, so that it understands what tables are present in our data warehouse. So invoice is a fact, and we have a supplier, and we also have primary keys and foreign keys in each of the table. And this online description will help the model to understand, okay, what this column is all about. And based on that, it is going to automatically create relationship or joins between these dimensions and facts. So you could see we have product table, material table, and we have a time dimension, basically date, calendar. Okay, so I have this metadata created as a in a JSON format with all this information. So I'm going to add this JSON as my knowledge base to this model. Okay, so let me add knowledge to it. I'll select my file. I'll select the JSON file. Let me add this to the agent. Since we are exposing only the metadata information as a JSON file, we are not exposing any of our underlying data. That's the safe and secure method. Okay, so we have the knowledge base updated. Let's start asking questions to the chatbot. So let me start with a simple question like show me total sales. Okay. Now we could see the SQL query along with the description of the model's understanding and on what basis it has come up with this SQL, right? So if you could see, it has clearly understood total amount as the sales. In our metadata, if you look at the invoice, I have this field called total amount. But when I asked for sales, it was able to automatically recognize, okay, this total amount field should be used to get my total sales. And it has come up with this equal like select sum of total amount from invoice table. Okay. So let me ask few more questions like top five supplier by sales. Okay. Top five supplier by sales. So now you could see it has automatically uh, joined the invoice and the supplier table based on the key column supplier id, and it has also done a group by, and it is showing me the top supplier since I asked for uh, top supplier. If I ask for top 10, and in the left hand side you could see what are all the steps it is taking and what is the source which is referenced and the knowledge base used. So now you could see the same query, and now the limit should be 10 over here. Okay, and it has also sorted it in descending order automatically. Okay, now let me ask another question like top 10 product and material by quantity. So let's see how it handles it. So you could see it has used product, material, and also invoice, and it has joined all this table with respective primary key and foreign key combinations. It has also done a group by product and material, and finally an order by and limiting to only 10 rows. So this is how we can convert our natural language query into SQL statements, which will be useful for non-technical business users. And we can come up with different agents for different domains, right? So you may have an HR, you can create an HR agent where you have the metadata with all those HR related tables, right? Few dimensions and facts. You can have a sales agent. So I mean, for each domain you can have a set of tables and come up with the respective agents. So hope we got some basic idea of how to create a simple text to SQL agent. Please do let me know in the comment section for any clarification. Thanks for watching.